Hey gamers, it's Winry here from Grind This Game, back with oxygen not included. And I've done some experiments with the liquid oxygen maker here, or hydrogen bubbler as some people call them. So I did a few 10 cycle trials where I measured kind of the liquid oxygen in this area before and after, and I got some results. So at first it was the original design that had regular vents here, not high pressure vents. And I was sending in 100 grams per second of polluted oxygen, and I got 58 kilograms of liquid oxygen per cycle. And then I thought, if I increase the pressure in here using high pressure vents, maybe I could get more. So I tried a different trial and I got 60 kilograms of liquid oxygen per cycle. And then with the same high pressure setup, I notched this up to 200 grams per second, and I got 90 kilograms of liquid oxygen per cycle. So I wasn't able to push it all the way to the limit though, because I don't have enough polluted oxygen. These morbs are going full out, and they're not able to produce enough polluted oxygen yet. If they keep multiplying in here, I might eventually have enough, but at 200 grams a second, I can't liquefy it fast enough. And there was no issues, it ran perfectly, so this thing could probably even go higher. And just as a kind of a point of interest, the dupes use about 50 to 60 kilograms of oxygen per cycle. So this whole thing is good enough to run about 1.5 dupes at this rate, 200 grams per second. I think I could get more out of it if I had more polluted oxygen, so I could just wait for more morbs. I think this the way the morbs work is if you reload from a save, it gives you the chance to get one more morb. I think that's how it works, or maybe they just keep coming out of the toilet here. I had to change the regulation in here a bit because the pressure's changed now that everything in here is at around 19 kilograms per tile instead of before it was at, I guess, 1700 grams, or yeah, 1700 grams. So it works pretty well. This alone, though, could never support 9 dupes. So I'd still have to turn water into oxygen using electrolyzers. Now this thing is working well over here. What it's doing is it's pumping CO2 into a really cold room that's at minus 60. And it's basically turning into liquid and solid really quickly. So this has been kind of building up in here. There's almost 300 kilograms of CO2 on the ground here. I'm curious to see what happens when it reaches like 999 kilograms, whether it'll form a bigger block or whether it'll just pile up on the ground here. It's basically a way of shrinking all this CO2 here. I have this set to only 50 grams per second. I guess I could increase that, see if it still works. The room is a little bit overpressurized right now anyway. Here's Bert. Why is he mourning? Who died? That's weird. No one's died recently. That's really weird. Last time that someone died was way up here, and that was many, many, many cycles ago. Maybe when they see them, they start mourning? I don't know. That's weird. Another thing I worked on here is this room. It's a sealed room, it's all abyssalite. And what's going on here is that the plant fully grows, drops its meal lice, and then the meal lice just rots on the ground. Eventually turns into a rot pile, and then eventually turns into polluted dirt. And that polluted dirt gives off a tiny amount of polluted oxygen. I think it's close to a gram per second. So this room started out with just pure oxygen, but now we've got 1800 grams kind of per tile in this lower area building up. So this is a really slow way to build up polluted oxygen. I think the morb way is probably way better, but we did get a kind of a broken pipe in here, but everything is still working. It keeps taking freezing damage, which doesn't make sense because the hydrogen is not liquid, it's still a gas. So I don't know what's going on there. And I put a heater in here, space heater, so that as the liquid oxygen comes in, it heats it up to around, I think, 16 degrees. So that when we go to use it, it doesn't freeze our poor little dupes. It's still minus 60 over here, but eventually this oxygen will heat up. There's quite a bit of it in there, actually. I explored down this way a bit. This is over on the left-hand side. Didn't reach the bottom on this side, but the last episode I did reach this area here. Now, something really cool happened here. There was a bit of copper in here, and it turned into liquid. I've never seen liquid copper before, so that's pretty cool. There's nothing really we can do with it, but... And the dirt that was in here actually cooked and turned into sand. So I got 2,500 kilograms of sand sitting here. So that's a way to generate more sand if we need it. But the problem is the sand is going to be molten, and every time a dupe goes in here to cook the sand, they're going to get cooked as well. So it's not the best system, but it is a way to generate sand out of dirt. Now I'm not sure what would happen if you put polluted dirt in here, whether you would get sand or not, but I broke open another water area. Where was it? Oh, it was right here. There was some water in here I dug through and it drained down. But we're not using water very quickly. But if I made a really, really, really giant tank of water, maybe like this whole screen worth, I think we could probably run this colony without doing anything, just letting it run on autopilot. Probably for like at least 2,000 cycles. Because oxygen is more than fine. CO2 is being taken care of. The only problem would be this polluted water, which we could turn into clean water using sand, but how much sand do we have? 176 tons. We're using about 1 ton of sand every, I don't know, 10 cycles or something. This is going to last a long time, and I could go dig out the rest of it in the map, but it's going to last a very long time. So I'm not sure if there's anything else I want to do with this map. It was fun, and I kind of got it to a place where it would just run without any intervention. I could hook up a pump here to get this oxygen out if it warmed up enough. That would be, like, I'm not really using it right now. Could open this door now. Let this freezing oxygen out. They're not going to like it though. Oh, and it's super high pressure as well. Maybe I'll lock that back up. Oh, I should probably add some decor right here. Don't really like hanging out here. I added decor in this area because they weren't very happy. Could dig my way in here. And in here. Keep making my way up here. Oh, this is an interesting water chunk here. So yeah, let me know in a comment if you have any ideas for me for this base. Any things you want to see done. I can keep exploring, and I could probably take on more dupes. There still are areas to explore. Oh, this totally filled up with water. That's not good. Need a couple of mesh tiles here. Let it drain in here. Everything is melting up top. That's the issue. There's a lot of shine bugs in there. We want to release them. I could crack this open and try to melt this entire area. That would be kind of interesting. See if we could cool down this whole area. Maybe I'll do that right now. Crack this open. See how fast it all melts. We should probably get this wheezewort before we start that. Oh, maybe they can't reach that. There we go. Release the heat. That's going to turn into one giant piece of steam. Oh, there we go. Melting and flooding. Violent reaction. I like how it's like a cut. It's a self-sealing reaction. That's probably going to solidify all this magma. There's a lot of water locked up in this room here, or this area. Looks like there's some electrum here at the top of the map. Melting point 1000. I don't think we're actually able to use it for anything, but it certainly looks cool. I wonder what's going to come in the update that's coming in 2 weeks. Whether it's going to be something metal related or like making alloys or putting them in a furnace. Diamond. Oh, there's diamond up here. We also can't do anything with diamond yet. But maybe soon. Oh wow, we just we filled up this whole area with oxygen. There was some CO2 in this whole area before, but since I turned this valve up, kind of cleared through it all. Now it's all sitting in a solid form right here. That's pretty cool. Pretty good way of getting rid of CO2. So we unlocked, or we dug out that electrum, and we're actually able to build out of electrum. I wonder if I can build a thermally reactive. Let's try to build just one tile here. Actually, not that. Let's build a pump. Overheat temperature 75. It's the same overheat temperature. So it doesn't give us any benefit right now. Sounds cool though. I wonder if there's eventually going to be silver on the map. So you can combine your own gold and silver to make this stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. It's going to be short. I just wanted to kind of show you the results of these tests and kind of this thing in action. Let's take another final look down here at the bubbling steam room. Not very exciting. So let me know in a comment what you think I should do with this base, or whether you think I should start a new map. There are some maps that are available that are similar to this map in that they're round, but there's ones that have like lava in the middle and also have oil and slime. So I could try doing one of those as well. So just let me know, or whether you want me to continue with this one. I'm not sure there's much else to do except just kind of explore and let it run on autopilot. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.